Welcome back. It's Aqua FX here. So today I say let me take you guys on how you can trade support and resistance the right way. Most people find it difficult to trade support and resistance, and we are going to use 1 hour for this tutorial. So the support and resistance we are talking about is something like this, and I'm going to show you how you can definitely trade this support and resistance the right way. It's very simple. Support and resistance can give you a bigger RR. So if you are new to this channel, do well to subscribe, turn on notification bell for more tutorial videos to come. If you're already a subscriber, thanks for watching and stay tuned for more tutorial videos. So let's get straight to the chart. So the support and resistance we are talking about is something like this. So it's you, when you come to your chart, you see the market doing something like this. The market has to go up, come down, go up, come down, go up, come down, at least once come down, and then at least it has to have like 2. If this market gives you 1, 2, that shows you that it has become support. What does support do? Support is something that has 2 layers. It may be your legs, your 2 legs, your 2 foot serve as support for you. So it depends on how you see it. Like now, if they turn me upside down, the support here will become my head. But will I be able to stand? That is it. The head is 1, so it won't be stronger for me to stand. So I may fall down. I may fall down if they try to stand me up with my head. That is, invert me. So in terms of this, when you see a level that is 1, it shows you that maybe this level will not be stronger. But once this market come into this level and give you 2, these 2 now serve as 2 legs. And this shows you that, oh, this level now will be stronger. If the market comes into this level again, it may fall. So it depends on the side you are looking at this from. It depends on how you look at it from. If you are looking at it from the downside, it means if it comes 1, 2, you can tend to buy up. So this is what we are going to look at on the chart. And secondly, you see that if this market is once, twice, at times these 2 highs here, since they are equal, it may tend to be liquidity. So this tells you that if this market comes back again to this point, for you to sell and be at the right space on this level, you have to wait for the market to come and bleach at least these 2 levels first before you look for sales down. So the same thing here, you wait for the market to come and at least bleach any of the level or the 2 level before you buy back up. In terms of this helps you to grab liquidity first before it goes back up for you to buy, or grab liquidity first before it comes back down. So this is what we call support and resistance. It depends on how you see it, the level you see it. So support is something beneath, that is, it's like your foot, while the resistance is like a roof over your head. Because yes, it's like a roof over your head, because the roof serves as resistance from sun rain not to touch you direct, and if rain falls, it won't touch you direct. So this is resistance when it comes to, in terms of physical stuff, but in terms of this market, you know what I mean. So let us go to the main chart for this tutorial video, not to be too long. Let's go to the main chart. Let me show you how you are going to read this support and resistance, and the time frames, and also the entry criteria that you need before you take this market to the downside or buy this market up, because each of these points you see is a stop losses. There are stop losses on each of these points. So each of these points that got taken out, you can either sell it down or you buy it up. So that is just the context. So let's go to the market and let us see how we can figure this out. If you are new to this channel, do well to subscribe. You're already a subscriber. Thanks for watching and stay tuned. And this is Aqua FX. If you want to trade the way we trade, you can as well contact me through the link which I'll drop on the description of this video. I'm able to drop more tutorial videos on this page so that if you cannot afford my mentorship, you can as well use any of this strategy to make a living in this field. But if you want to trade the way we trade, you can contact me through the link I'll drop on this description of this video for mentorship or for my signal. That is if you want to join my VIP. So let's get to the chart. So I'm going to be making use of USD I'm using H1 for this tutorial. So first we have to mark out our support and our resistance. First, let's check out this very movement here. So this market was coming down, but we see a movement to the upside right here. You see that is the point this market went to. So at this point, you can mark your high right there. That was a high because the market started retracing back. That was the high. And since this market from this point goes up, you mark this point to be your low, because from here we have a consolidation to the upside. So you're waiting patiently for this market to come to this low. So this point now serve as your support, while here now serve as your resistance. So you were waiting patiently for this market to come to this low for you to buy back up. Once it comes to this low, you want to buy back up, but you don't want to buy back up blindly. You get, this market has to at least take out dollars from this low. It has to take out dollars. That is the stop losses. It has to take out SL from this low for you to buy it up. So once this market approach this zone, you have to move to your 5 minutes for you to buy. Like I said, this support serves as a resistance, while the resistance serves as a protective, and it protects the two sides, protects you. You know, the support here helps you to be at, it helps you to balance, it helps your balance. That is the support. It helps to balance. Maybe you are pushing something and you holding, let me say, wheelbarrow, you holding it at the two, you holding the barrow hand, the wheelbarrow, the two hands, you are supporting the stuff to move. So support and resistance. So as this market come to this zone right here, you will not take the trade blindly, because you taking this trade blindly, that lead to loss. This is why they say support and resistance doesn't work. No, you don't trade it that way. Support and resistance work. You don't have to trade it that way. If you trade it that way, it will not work. So you see, quite all right, this movement this movement started from this zone. It started from this zone to the downside. Yeah, it started from that zone to the downside. So I think I should mark here. I should mark that high. Yes, it started from that zone to the downside. That was where it started from. So since that is support and we are going to sell, let me make it red. So I make it red. That is the support there. And this is our resistance. So now let's move to 5 minutes chart or 3 minutes chart and look for possible entry for us to buy this market up. When we buy this market up, where are we going to target? We will either target here, because we saw a retracement from this very zone down, and we are going to target here. So our first TP will be here, while our second TP will be right there. So let's go to 5 minutes, 3 minutes. So now on your 5 minutes, there is something you are to look for. On your 5 minutes, have you seen engulfing candle here? As this market come into this zone right here, you've seen an engulfing candle here. You can enter your trade right there, but as for me, I will not just enter trade that way. I have to move down because this time frame is very small. It just H1, so I have to move down to 3 minutes. So right here, I'm on my 3 minutes and I'm waiting for what? My engulfing candle. This happens to give me the engulfing candle that I want. This very one here gives me the engulfing candle that I want, because we've seen a candle here and we see this very one, and we've seen this candle that close above this one. It also close above the close of this very candle. So that gives me the engulfing pattern that I want. So I'll place my trade at this point. I'm going to place my trade at the close of that candle. My stop loss may come below this candle. My stop loss may come below that candle. Note, if your stop loss is coming below this candle, you have to maintain this pattern that each time you take a trade, your stop loss has to come below that candle. But if you are to take this very one, make sure each time you are taking a trade, your stop loss has to come below that very candle. You get? Or you wait once the liquidity is being grabbed, then you place your trade at the opposite candle. Once the stop losses is being grabbed, once this place is being taken, you wait for the opposite candle to form. When it closes, you enter your trade sharp and you target the first high. You target this first high, and this gives you 1:8 RR. This gives you 1:8 RR for just support and resistance. It's not, this is crazy. So your second TP will be this very one right here, and that is 1:9 RR, almost 1:10, just by you trading support and resistance. And then who says support and resistance doesn't work? It works. It depends on how you perceived it. It depends on how you perceive it. That is to say, you've seen this level here. You've seen the market retracing from this level. The market accelerates from this point to the upside. You've already set up your order. Once you place your trade right here, once you place your trade at this candle, your stop loss has to come beneath it, right? Your stop loss has to come a bit below there. And the market makers, you know, they have already known that that is where you are going to place your stop loss. And they will take you out. They will still go where you were expecting the market to go. If you do like this twice, you are going to take losses twice. You may do like this 5 times, you are taking losses 5 times. You may do like this 10 times, you are going to take losses like 10 times, and you win only one trade. And you say support and resistance doesn't work. It works. So let us go to our H1 again and check out the sell scenario. If it's not present there, we can look for another pair and also check how we can do it. All right, like I said, this was where we marked. This was the high we marked. And what happened? The market came into this zone right here. It came in. This is your H1. It came in. So you have to go to your 3 minutes chart or 1 minute. It depends on your entry criteria. Do not forget to subscribe. I'm on my 3 minutes, so it depends on your entry criteria. If you want your entry criteria to be 1 minute, then keep using 1 minute. If you want your entry criteria to be 3 minutes, then keep using 3 minutes. Here, I'm on my 3 minutes, so we are looking for the sell scenario. So we've seen that this market was descending from this level. The market was deaccelerating from this point to the downside. So as that happened, you want to take a sell trade from that point. Once the market went up to that point and grabbed the liquidity, which is the stop losses, before you start looking for your entry. So this is my 3 minutes. As you can see, the market comes to this zone. As the market comes to this zone, here is the opposite candle. And where will be your target? Your target will be low. Your target has to be low, meaning once the market comes, it has to liquidate the downside. So you place your trade right at the opposite candle. This is your 3 minutes, and your stop loss come above the high, and you TP the low. Where is the low? Let's look. Here was the low. Now this becomes the previous low. So that is where you are going to target. As you can see, this market came back and liquidates that low, which gives you 1:7 RR just by trading support and resistance. So who said support and resistance doesn't work? Support and resistance works. It depends on how you use it. It depends on your approach to the market. That's why you say support and resistance doesn't work. It works. Just pick one thing and do it yourself. And just looking at support and resistance is even the simplest strategy here to trade. So if you want to trade our own strategy, we want to join my VIP group, we want to join my mentorship, you can use the link which I'll drop on the description of this video. You can reach me direct. You can join my free Telegram channel and you can learn more from us. I remain Aqua FXSI. Sign out. Peace.